One, two, one, two. Hello, everybody. Guess who's back, huh? Oh, I've traveled a long way here, but I'm talking to you from Thailand. Not Thailand, from Bali. Not from Thailand anymore, but from Bali. So I just got to, I just got to Bali last morning. Night for me. I'm looking at the chart, but I just got to Bali. Thailand is over, so a month spent in a very nice place there in Thailand, and I'm streaming from a what do we have? Room number 4 today. So we're doing it from B-Work here in Bali, in Canggu. Very nice place. I spent 3 months here last year. So lots of old friends, lots of people that I've not met for a while, and so on and so forth. Very nice to come back in terms of getting a bike from the same guy, eating food in the place where they know your name already. It's cool. So it's the second time we come back to Bali with Soda, and then we're having. But markets are opening up in what? In 15 minutes. So let me say hello. Let me say welcome. Let me say, hope you're having a good start of the week. I'm excited to be here. I hope you too. So let's dive in right into the charts. And just a very small note before we do that, be careful today. Right? We're coming back from a very big range of a week. Monday is lacking news today. Not many economic news releases or drivers in that manner, right? So we just have to be careful. And just one quick checkup. Let me know, guys, if the sound is good enough. And if the sound is good enough, I'm diving right into the dollar index at my expectations this week. Right? So for the analysis itself, let's start with the bonds. And the bonds is something that I always start with, and my expectation is very simple. If you followed my weekly report on the newsletter I send out, we're trading in a premium market. Everything below teens, 118s and below into this. If we break above this fair value gap in terms of closing on a daily chart, my focus shift. But right now the bias is here, meaning that I'm interested in higher prices on dollar. Very simple analysis. Looking at dollar index, I'm interested in a few things. I was very much interested this sell side to be taken. I like this trend line forming up here, right? And I would love to see this breaker block holding in the price. So we had high, I think it's from 4 hours, right? Yeah. No, my bad. Bad. 1 hour chart here. So we have a swing high, swing low, swing high is being taken, right? So we have a breaker block all over the place here. We're gonna have to see if it holds in the price. If it does, brilliant. It kind of goes together with what I'm expecting. So let's see if we find a bottom here today or tomorrow. And today would be brilliant also because I love the fact that we're trading below midnight. So let's see. This will be possible here for longs on dollar. So let's see what we're being given on euro. And yep, I'm looking for euro to find distance in this 1 hour. That would allow for Friday's high to be taken, which is brilliant. Third thing, we would be trading in a premium as well again. So going short from this 1 hour for value gap, I would see that. We're gonna evaluate maybe today we get that forming or not, but going short here, liquidity and sell in this 1 hour for value gap would be amazing. GBP USD, very similar analysis. I think this double top on our chart. I like this 1 hour for value gap as well, and I like the fact that we're trading into it right now, but the market is solid. right? So we had a very nice trend line pushing the price to the upside. Break below the structure, fair value gap for possible entry towards this 1 hour fair value gap below. That would be awesome. If you enter now, used to trade this, that standard 20 pips stop loss, 1 to 2.5 risk reward, not the possible trade idea, right? And then let's jump into a few other markets I wanted to evaluate, which is, as always, gold. Gold, very simply, guys, I'm looking at this gap to the price. If it does, upside potential is there. Everything below it, structure, fair value gap treated inverted, or sell stops resting below. Not sell stops, but coming back into the of the range, that would be possible. Something around 2100s, maybe 2050, something like that. And last but not least, Bitcoin. We had the short running, and I kind of said that this 4 hour Ferrari gap is going to be very important, but it didn't totally. Right now, we have a external low, intermediate low. Let's see if it creates any more lows. But if this is an intermediate low, the swing high has to be taken, and if that swing high is taken, buy stop. Right? Quite simple analysis here on Bitcoin as well. Okay. What did we gather here for? Sound perfect. Hello, Ignas. Hi, everyone. Welcome back. Hope you guys are doing good. Let me just fix one quick thing, and I continue with the analysis. Okay. So we went over dollar index. We went over GBP USD, Euro USD, Bitcoin, gold. We have indices remaining. Right? Let me go ahead and do one thing, and I'm with you right away. Okay, perfect. So, hello, guys, Akinator. You guys stop making fun of me. Right? So, let's dive into this because we have 7 minutes. I kind of said last week that I want FOMC lows to be taken. Push towards that like this is very much appreciated. Why? Because after this sell stop being taken, we can kind of blindly say, okay, looking for new all-time highs. I'm happy. Do we get a possible retracement? Yes, but right now I'm looking at this simply top of here. I'm gonna note that. Yeah. So I think what's gonna happen, we're gonna have this inverted, potentially push to the downside. Even we have a lot above. Gonna have, right? Why? Because I'm expecting dollars. So few notes. We're below new week opening gap, so bias is bearish up until the point that we go through it. Right? So swing high, possibly broken. We're gonna see if push, but now I don't have much. The only thing we can note here is this 15-minute gap. Work with it or not. Push to the downside is very. NQ, just to finish off outlook itself, right? Order block on Friday held off the price. Right now we're trading at another 1 hour up level, and we're trading at the limit balance. Is interesting. Nah, but just to take a look, again, side and FOMC lows reside below here, but Nasdaq is a little bit more beautiful because we have this swing high that took out buy stops before going lower. Trend line is on 1 hour chart on ES. Trend line here is only on 15 minutes. Break it. ES will Q could struggle. There will be more resistance on 1 hour chart. But anyhow, I'm still gonna look for new week opening gap resting below. But that is only for time frame. Do we get today? I stay here with me during the stream, and we're gonna be able to take a look. Okay? So this is gonna be it from me for the week outlook. Gonna see if dollar index pushes the price to the upside. If it does, brilliant. If it doesn't, we're gonna look for a smaller short-term entry. But just one more time, stay today because we are lacking news, and then we're gonna see what we get throughout today. Right? So thank you here, and let me do one more thing, and I'm gonna be. Okay? How are you guys though? What's good? What's new? What's good? What's new? Let me know. How's the weather? I heard the weather was supposed to be very nice this weekend. Was it? Hmm? I hope it was good in Lithuania, because out here weather is interesting in a way. Easter will be good. Ah, okay. But usually Easter gets nice weather. All right, doesn't it? Because here weather is very different now because in Bali it's a lot more humid than it is in Thailand. So whatever you do, you're just sweating your ass off in a way. But I guess it is what it is. You just deal with it, you know? So, yeah. But it's cool. It's cool. I'm having fun. But an office is very necessary in a way. Because otherwise you're just not able to survive at all. Watch this. GU brick. But let's start into what or the market's opening up in a few moments. With just one more thing, let me prepare the chart so I can see it perfectly. Object 3 in Q. Oh, ready. We have in Q ready. Gap. Double break. Highs and lows. No, I'm not sure which fair value gap we're gonna trade into, but this pushing to the downside for me at least, right? But coming back even higher into this 15-minute fair value gap. Um, in 1 minute, so me. We're trading out of ink. Close we are to this south thing below and Q. Look, that different of a swing low in both. Noting that. Then, well, and I'm just jumping back into the 1 minute chart. This is a possible break of structure. This is it for me. Missing a few more handles to engage into this. So we might be getting an SMT, so we're gonna have no short for me just yet. And we wait, right? Nice, it's 20 plus incoming. 20 plus is good, man. 20 plus. Good. Hmm. We have a very clean and not clean. So 1 minute, not even 1 minute, 15 minutes, a lot of different angles, not angles, time frames. As in my notes is just indicate price might start pushing to the upside a lot. Let's give it a few more minutes. Mm-hmm. 1 2 1 2. Now the mic should be better. I would hope so. Let me know though. Should be better. Keyword. But yeah, guys, when I stream, I don't really look at Discord. Like I don't look at all. I just open it up. So you saying something for me out there is just not how to say it's not noted, right? I see it after a fact in a way. But just chat here. I'm following the chat all the time. Feel free to chat here. I'm much more able to see what's happening in here. Seems to be better. Awesome. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you for noting it though. So yeah, just like indicated, SMT is pushing the market to the upside. Do we get a possible setup because of that? Nothing I can work with. Just not yet in a way, right? But we have an inversion panning out. I'm just kind of thinking to myself, was this an entry? On paper, yes, it was, right? Do I want to participate in something like that? No, thank you. But yeah, so this candle got it inverted. You can enter off that candle right away. But the issue for me here is that probably just getting a mere 1 2 1, right? Yes, we have buy stops resting above though, so that's decent, right? But I'm still looking around, right? I'm not keen on engaging too quickly, at least not yet. But this is a little bit more to my liking. But this moved away so quickly. But we're gonna, if we come back in here, we're gonna take a small buy from right here. And we got filled. Just so you would understand this better, right? Because of this SMT and push to the upside on ES, I want NQ to follow. NQ is a little bit weaker than ES, but I wanted to follow. And two things. Why I took this position, right? I would not have taken this position from this small inversion, right? IFAG. Let me do this, right? So from this inversion, I would not have entered a buy because it's just too small, too little. But because we got this fair value gap open right here, right? I'm happy to work with it. I'm happy to work with this order block as well that we just hit also. So the only issue I have right now is this entry that short-term buy swing high was taken. right? We just have to be careful in terms of not allowing the market to push deeper. I hope the sound is good now again, right? I just had the mic on the very low volume, so it wasn't catching me talk, but should be alright now. Should be alright. Keyword should though. Keyword should. But yeah, guys, maybe for those who are just joining in, we're back on the challenge. We're trying to get the account to pass the evaluation. We started it on March 1st, 2.5% made on my end, right? So this will be a very small win if we take this profit. But the fact I don't like about this setup in a way that we're getting those SMTs again. NQ is very far away from taking any kind of buy stops, right? Bybit? I think Bybit is a crypto exchange, right? You can trade crypto there. Why do you ask? I think Gus in Discord, if you find Gus, you can definitely tag him. Gus trades a lot on Bybit. But yeah, why do you ask about Bybit? For trading crypto, I know it's good. Looking for a broker? Looking for a broker for what? To trade what we do? So don't use Bybit. If you're looking for a broker to trade crypto, I'm not affiliated with no one, right? I can say whatever I want. I've heard a lot of good feedback about Bybit in terms of like people trading crypto there. So, but not for what we do, not for futures, not for CFDs. No. I wouldn't go there then. If you're looking to trade forex, right? So, how to say it nicely? I think we talked about it a lot last week, right? If you're looking to trade forex, okay, look how I'm supposed to frame this, right? In a nice way. We talked about this last week about manipulation, how the chart, how the price moves, and everything, right? Forex is in a very bad position right now in terms of execution, in terms of being very risky, in terms of manipulation, and just the price and the algo itself is not pushing the market nicely because of how much risk there is involved in the world, right? So if you're looking to pick a forex broker, I would just go with something regulated just to be on the safe side. Don't go for an unregulated broker because they're gonna be cheap in commissions or you're gonna get a good offer. Just take something more expensive. I don't know, Interactive Brokers, Pepperstone, XM, whatever big broker, big name, just go there. It will make your life a lot easier, right? We might get stopped out here though, but we'll see. But if you're looking for a futures broker, two things to consider. If you don't have stopped out, but it's fine. If you don't have at least 25k to work with, don't go for futures trading. Don't trade CFD futures because that is just fake. You won't get anything out of it in a nice way, right? But if you go for futures, just open a funded account. Guys in Discord, just talk more about funded accounts. I'm not affiliated with anyone, right? But I work with Top Step. I have an account with Apex Funding as well. Just pick something nice and not random as well in terms of a very new broker coming into the market, right? Pick something that has a name already and just go with that. And I think funded trading is a lot better if you have anything below 25k in capital. In my opinion, whether you decide to trade CFDs in terms of forex or you go for full-on futures trading and you get approved by a broker to do that, you need a 25k in your balance to actually make this work. Otherwise, you're just risking way too much capital, way too much money. And simply, if you don't have 25k in a balance, it's not an issue because prop trading exists. Just get a prop trade account for $100, pass the evaluation. If you don't, you're risking $100. It's much easier. If you want to know more about prop trading, just pass by Discord, ask a question, because I don't want to get affiliated with anybody while he's talking about it. So just pass by Discord, ask a question about it. Somebody will answer. If not, then I'll get to it at some point. All right? Hope this helps. Hope this helps. So SMT at the top is what killed this position for us, right? Southside being taken right now. Yes, following it up. I'm just trying to understand if we're getting an entry somewhere or not. Just quickly quick glance at here. That's the issue. So you see how ESN and Q are just putting SMTs all over the place. I would be very careful in terms of entries now, because as long as they're not going to be in sync with dollar index, this will continue to happen in terms of seek and destroy. You see, high, low, higher high, lower low. Nothing holds the market from creating a higher high now, right? So just be careful with that. Wait for dollar index to get in sync. This possible short that we talked about, still valid, right? If that 1 hour fair value gap holds in the price. And yep, so let's come back to this. On paper now, not for me to engage with. This is a YouTube 2022 panning out. On ES it looks a little bit nicer. We have a swing high being taken, break of structure, fair value gap for a possible entry. Short towards sell side. I can't engage because just too much risk for me, sadly. So, but yeah, we entered on this inversion slash fair value gap and noted a few things that might be an issue. One thing, that buy stops were taken right before we entered. Issue right here, right there. Second thing, SMT at the top, right? So we got stopped, but it's cool. Only 15 handles or so, which we can work with. You can say it in a mean way. It's alright, man. No need, no need, no need. I'm just trying to figure out with what I'm looking at still. So when I have doubts, 1 hour chart, the best tool to work with, right? So this will probably push in lower to this 1 hour for value gap. A lot of buy stops resting above on both charts. We'll see if we can get something to work with that. But otherwise, tough call. Why? Because we're trading at that equilibrium in terms of what we created on as a high for last week and FOMC lows. So let's see if there's anything we can work with in terms of this fair value gap, because we would have it SMT again. And just like I said, nothing holds the price from coming back into those buy stops resting above. Nothing. Right? So just keep that in mind, consider that, right? When I text, I try to mute it so it doesn't go too annoyingly towards you. So we're getting that inversion. Do I want to work with this? Stop out is a little bit big for me. But yes, showing its hand in terms of being much stronger compared to NQ. Break of structure as well. Yes, stop out would be a little bit lower, but we'll see. So I won't enter it because I'm a position down, but watch this, right? This is a very bad trade in terms of risk reward, but just watch this. Right? Now we have another value gap that we can work with here. Note that. I'm just tape reading. I'm just trying to get a feel of what we're getting offered. But I kind of like the swing low being taken. So stop. So one more entry for a very minimal risk for me, right? We're gonna take sell stop right here. 5 handles just to run away from the drawdown that we created. And if we lose this position, it's not an issue also. But it will a lot depend on NQ now and trading on NQ. So let me check just dollar real quick. Dollar pushing to the upside, which is not very nice, but we'll see. NQ pushing through this inverted fair value gap just would confirm my buy entry here. But if it doesn't, then we're gonna evaluate it again. I like what I see so far. We might not even get filled on this one, which is fine also. We easily can just fail to get filled here. But let's take a look here. So we're in a dealing range here so far, but NQ dealing range is massive, which is nice. Something we can work with, right? 9:33 here, right? So let's hide them once we go into higher time frame. Same out here. I think we're just gonna push towards those buy stops on NQ with ease as well. So let's just cancel this one. And let's take a look at what we see again, right? So this 5-minute fair value gap is holding in the price, right? Which is great. Which is great. 15 minutes chart, still holding it in as well. Lots of sell stops taken on NQ, right? So watch this 5-minute chart and a possible U2 2022 enter towards Friday's highs, right? Just keep a note on that because that exists, right? And and back to 1 minute, right? So we didn't get filled, sadly. I wanted an entry from here. No fill. But just like I said, nothing holds the price from going towards these buy stops resting right here, right? So let's see what happens now. Rough day to call though. Still have some liquidity resting below, but internal liquidity being taken with this short-term swing low just indicates bullishness. And we're very far away for a proper break of structure to go lower here. And Q, a lot of buy stops still resting above here. Not something we can work with, right? Bum and bum. So if you guys can say that, okay, this is a swing low, high of this upcoming session, good for you. You can go short soon, but I can't. So I'm just have to wait it out. Sadly, though. So this is gonna be interesting now. Buy stops resting above. I like that, but I think that NQ is just gonna continuously push towards this new week opening gap. ES as well. So not much we can work with just yet. ES didn't come to fill this inversion fully. We have that 5-minute break of structure. Let me hide this, okay, if you don't mind. will make my life a little bit easier. So this 15-minute fair value gap failing in what, 5 minutes, right? So we have to give 5 more minutes for yes to show it. Thank you though. It can just continue ranging for like this. Thus I mentioned it earlier, you know. I'm just squeezing ES a little bit more aside because I like how NQ took sell stops. That's just a much cleaner price action for me if we say, okay, we're gonna try to enter buys. But this inversion is totally valid, right? We had this at... Whoa, where did half of my chart go? Oh, I just lost my ES chart. Here we go. This inversion was very much valid, but there was no entry. Which is just annoying. But I guess it is what it is. We have equal highs. Is there a possible entry? Not yet. Let's take a look at the fib itself. Eek. So we might draw into this 5-minute fair value gap before continuing higher, right? But I'm literally saying just we have to be very careful because like it looks like a possible seek and destroy profile for the day. So not for the day, for the AM session. PM could be very good. Nothing indicates anything bad about upcoming PM. Just yeah. Let's see if we get those buy stops taken. If you do, awesome. If we don't, move NQ chart a little bit to the center. Was I covering it with Oh, now I see what's wrong. So this is what happens when you change your setup for the stream every other week, right? Hit the screen. Here we go. Here we go. Now we're talking, right? Now we're talking. Now I shouldn't have to hold it on the side in a way, right? Now buy side is being generated. Will that create a YouTube 22 short entry? Yeah. I'm just looking around. This week would be nice, but this wouldn't be swing low because of this 1 hour ago candle. Not great. It's just not a swing low, right? If you want to know what's a swing low, just let me know. Sorry about this, but yeah. It's a hard decision to make for the upcoming session. So let me just take this off, right? Why? No, right? So just hear me out. 1 hour chart, shitloads of buy stops, equal highs actually, even resting above here, right? Sell side taken. But this order block didn't held off the price, right? It still could, but at the moment it isn't. No swing low. It just... So, for me, I can give you 5 reasons why you should buy right now and 5 reasons why you should go short on 1 hour chart. Meaning, I have a bias. 15 minutes. Just let's go one by one. Yes, we have an SMT with NQ, inverted for value gap. Yes, it's just saying, go long here, go long. Make a buy, 1 to 3 risk reward, yada yada. I'm kidding, but yes, very simply, SMT, it shows its hand, possible 15-minute inversion. Very simple setup. 5 handle stop out. I'm just gonna go with it in a way. NQ, double top as well. I like that. So let's see. Yes. Is there anything? So this is a 15-minute inversion. Is there anything we can work with from the lower time frame? Yes, we can. So we have a buy entry here. Stop out right here. And I'm gonna explain myself in a bit, right? So 5 handles, full on risk. We have, so why I'm entering this, right? So 3 reasons. I had a 15-minute inversion offered for me, right? I'm noting it right here. I have an SMT within Q. So whatever chart we're looking at, 1 minute, 15-minute SMT into inversion is the setup I always take. Not only that, we have a 1-minute chart inversion right here, right? This is something we can work with. How long do we hold this trade? I'd love a second order, but I'm gonna take it off probably full on only at that 1 hour for value gap level. But I would love a second fill on this, so we're gonna see if we can get one, okay? We'll see, we'll see, we'll see. So guys, if you're on Discord, you're gonna see something very interesting, right? You're gonna see me entering a trade. And I told you that I'm trading on my personal account, and I just gave you a story on why you shouldn't be trading index CFDs on your personal accounts, because it just makes it very nasty. But I just entered the trade, and you're gonna understand if you're in Discord why, because literally I have my chart at a very random level, because this is the CFD that my broker is offering me, and it's just annoying. So let me open my phone, right? I have it at 5228.4, 5228.4, which is 60 handles away from this. The heck is that price, you know? But I guess it is what it is, right? So very simply, we're in a trade, right? And the trade is based on a few inversions happening, and the trade is based on buy side resting above, right? Initially, I'm trusting this SMT to hold in the price, and we're literally, this is a very small risk. 0.25% in terms of, what is it, 5 handles. So we're gonna see if we can work with this, but a trade is made, a trade is there, so we're gonna see. We're just gonna let it rip, as they say, right? I'm not expecting much out of this though. Okay, I'm expecting the take profit to be hit, but I'm not expecting nice price action and nice delivery, like, at all. I want the price to close above that volume imbalance. So we have a volume imbalance right here. Let's just do this and this. We can open pyramid entry if we go above this, and then Q holds in against that buy side resting above, but otherwise there's no re-entry here. Because in Q taking that buy side is gonna make it interesting because of possible YouTube 2022. We have to be very careful, right? But we're gonna add to this if we trade above this volume imbalance. If we don't, we don't, and there's no re-entry for me. I'm just gonna get my charger. Sorry about that. I want to close above this. Yeah, I don't know if you could let me hide out a few things, right? Hide. What is that? This is mass. This is that daily fair value gap, I guess, right? No. Yeah, this one is. Here we go. A lot better. So let's see. If we close above it, this is a possible re-entry for me. Not re-entry, pyramid. Below this low, right? I can't go risk-free though just yet, but we'll see. Buy side taken, so now we have to become a little bit more careful, right? Push to the upside, this is cool. The next level I'm interested to see a trade to is this new week opening gap. And it's almost 10 minutes after 10. I'm just gonna note this swing low. I'm not interested in this YouTube 2022 panning out, but it is a possibility. We just have to keep that in mind, right? Just have to keep that in mind. I'm just watching NQ in terms of what it's gonna do with this fair value gap, and if I should try to still pyramid this, right? Oh, okay, let's take a few things off my chart again just to make it clear for you guys, right? I'm doing this all for you, but I want this to remain either open or not filled fully for yes to remain bullish, and especially for this pyramid entry to be considered. Is this an entry for me on NQ? No, thank you. With me saying it, I'm happy for the price to continue higher. You'd make your own choices, right? But this is starting to push it very nicely, right? So one more time, right? Let's evaluate it again. What are we working with? What are we looking at, right? Let's note this 1 hour for value gap, and let's see. It will depend. It will make a very big difference in terms of how long are we willing to hold on to this. I like how NQ respected this 1 hour for value gap. Swing low got created as well with this push to the downside. So yeah, this is lovely. So I put those fair value gaps again on the chart. So let me apologize for it. But 15 minutes. Let's note this 15 minutes fair value gap to make our lives a little bit easier. Everything above it just escalates my bullishness, but we're entering from this 15-minute fair value gap that just got inverted, right? Thank you. 15 minutes for value gap right here. We're getting that inverted as well. 5 minutes. Nothing too interesting, right? But what is most interesting in this is this inversion on ES on 1 minute as well. Just confirming my idea here. And then the sell limit resting above, right? Yeah. Nothing more, nothing less in a way. We'll see if that will be something we can work with, but let's check one more time. Oh. I'm gonna take this buy limit off. I really wanted for it to happen right here, but I'm gonna take it off. So stop. It's taken off as well. So we're gonna go risk-free on this. And we're gonna target that 1 hour for value gap resting above. So far we took a very small loss on NQ. We are right now above break even actually, so very nice and something we can work with, right? And now we're doing the wait team game, right? So 1 more minute for this 15-minute to get inverted, right? It would be lovely to close above it. If we don't, then we're gonna reconsider. And you see how much I'm working with what I'm being given by the market itself, right? Just something I've learned because of getting burned by just trying to trust the idea of, okay, the market is gonna do this and that. Why? Because I believe so. Market doesn't care what I want to see or what I believe in, right? It just simply doesn't. So we have to be honest with ourselves. An hour, 15 minutes. I'm just gonna stick to my conviction and hold on to this. There's nothing wrong with doing that. Just let's take a look at dollar index. sadly, it's just not agreeing with anything we see on indices. Unfortunate, but it is what it is. Yes. Just pushing to that buy side liquidity pool that we mentioned. So I'll be looking for a short entry from right there. Geo is just, this is purely manipulation. This is, I hate price like this. I get annoyed by price like this, but it is what it is. So, where are we at on the account itself? We're at break even right now. Just quadruple highs here. There's no interest for me for the price to retrace at all. So I just wanted to continue just running it in a way. Because I want to run away from this 15-minute fair value gap, because staying in it or at it, it just would mean that it is decently holding the price in, which is not something I want to see. And we're literally just trading at 5 handles now, which, considering we entered from a 15-minute inversion, 5 handles is just a bit bullshit of it. Take profit in a way. But if you have a chance to scale down, this is the time you're scaling off, right? Partial goes off now. Why? Because this is a 2022 panning out right now. And if we break below this, I'm gonna literally press this button. It's gonna be interesting to see, but yeah. If we invert that 1 minute per value gap, I'm literally gonna invert my trade. So it's gonna be interesting. Why? Because we have an SMT. SMT here. Compared to what we have on NQ, right? SMT. NQ creating lower lows. But we need closes, right? Wicks only are doing the damage, right? So I'm not interested in that, but continuing higher is just totally reasonable up until the point we start closing lower. This is a very rough market to read, though, guys. Just look at what you're seeing right now as well. The NQ is probably just creating another higher high here. ES failing to do that. 3 minutes ago, we failed to do it, vice versa. Yeah. I don't want to sound like pessimistic or anything, right? But holy, we're being dealt very hard cards lately. Like, not lately, for months now, right? I'm gonna say it very honestly as well. If you can deal with it, guys, you're building something good. You're building something like, I don't even know how to say. If you're able to if you're able to deal with price action like this, you're able to deal with a period where majority of the traders are blowing their accounts, right? There's a period where retailers are blowing up. It's a period where it's very tough to trade even for me. And I've seen a lot in a way, right? So just consider the fact that if you're able to deal with market conditions like they're being presented to you right now, and you're not blowing up, even if you're trading at break even, whatever, you're learning shitloads, and you're learning about something that you shouldn't be engaging with. And key to trading, at least in my opinion, I've been telling this for ages as well, is preserving capital. And if you're able to preserve capital, even in conditions like this is just brilliant, because we're gonna get one Thursday per week, just like we got it last week, where we're just gonna be able to kill it, get 3%, 4% done, right? But all we have to do is just save our accounts and save our balances throughout conditions like this, which is quite easy to recognize if you just follow what I do and if you kind of listen to me as well. You know, when I say don't trade, it's not financial advice, but you can just trust the fact that I say don't trade. And when you can trade, I'm just not gonna say it, because then it becomes a financial advice in a way, right? So just trust me when I say don't touch the markets, don't trade. You're gonna be better off, right? Push to the upside, just like expected. Now it becomes interesting. Now I don't want to see anything below this low. There's nothing for the market to do out there. We're risk free. It's nice. Nice to be risk free. And that being risk free means that we're break even for the day as well, because of that small loss in Q we took. Right? This just indicates a U2 2022 to pan out. Shitloads of sell side risk below, right? So I have to close that position if we swing below this. It would be very sad if we would just wick through it. That would be just annoying, but closing below, yeah. You want to be out and away from this if it does. Yep, closing below it. So 1 PD array broken. Volume imbalances are not holding on to the price as well. Minute close only in 5 minutes from now. Yeah. We'll see. We'll see. So now breaking below this fair value gap literally breaks the structure. Not only it creates a U2 2022 model entry, but it also brings us into a position to count. Like every time I open a position, I always say I count to 3, right? And me saying I count to 3 is very simple because the break of structure is very different from a shift of structure, right? And ICT mentions that a lot. This is a short-term swing of. This is a short-term shift of markets, right? Because a swing low gets broken, and we look for sell-side objectives. Break of structure happens when PD arrays stop work, right? Just like it is right now. Have a fair value gap that is not holding in the price. We have an order block here, the 3 red close candles, right? 3 down close candles in red here. Also, we have a fair value gap that we wanted to hold in the price. That being broken to the downside, inversion right away. Very, very simple. Like my computer wanted to die or something. I'm gonna stay with you guys till 11 o'clock macro. We'll see what we get out there, but if we get something good, we're gonna trade it. For example, structure here, market structure. We'll see. If we don't, we don't, which is fine. Take profit will be hit then eventually, but being stopped out here on 5 handles almost. Good enough. Good enough for me. Well, let's see. We're gonna get that inversion offered or not. If we do, very simple short entry for me. I'm not trusting this just yet. I want this to get inverted. Because that would also indicate this 15-minute fair value gap holding in the price, which is highly appreciated. But the fact that I don't like though is buy stops are residing above, and then we're working with this 15-minute inversion. Love to see more, but if we don't get it, we don't get it. Totally fine. It can easily push up the market to the upside. Or not. We'll see. But I would love a fair value gap to form here though. And then we would have an inversion, then we would have a fair value gap. That would mean that we could go short here. But no fair value gap, it just makes it a little bit tough. Don't need this. I'd love a value gap to form. And I'm just gonna trust this inversion panning out. So what do we have? 3 handles will be something we work with, right? Sell side resting below here, so we're just gonna use that 1 minute for value gap. And we're rolling again, right? So very small trade. Didn't get that for value gap. If we would have that for value gap, I would be entering 2 contracts again. Without it, a bit tough, you know. For value gaps, just allow the market to trade much more smoothly, with much more freedom. That's a good word to use, right? Less resistance. This is what I was looking for, right? Because moving without for value gaps like we are right now is just creates a lot of high resistance liquidity runs, and high resistance liquidity runs are just nasty pushes to the targets that you want to see pushes towards too, but they're usually ones that drain you a lot, both emotionally and sometimes drain you because you get stopped out a lot and so on and so forth, right? But yeah, it is what it is though. Let's check one more time. Dollar index. Here we go. A lot better. 3 Wednesday low not taken though. We're trading in that breaker block that we talked about, right? US dollar trading at the breaker block. Awesome. 1 hour for value gap here holding in the price. Cool. Break of structure here, inversion as well. Watch that. And then we're just stuck in here. I just wanted to continue lower. There's nothing stopping the price from doing that. There's nothing holding it in here. Only that volume imbalance that I just took off the chart. So let me put that back in for my notes. But sadly, this is holding in the price. Like I don't want to see that at all. I'm just looking at what we have in 5 minutes. Volume balance out there as well. Love this formation though. I love that 15 minutes for value gap holding in the price. I love the fact that sell side is residing below. What I don't like, and let's figure what I don't like, right? Nothing just yet. I don't like this volume balancing holding in. Breaker, so high, low, higher, high. Let me show you. Swing high, swing low, higher, high, lower, low. Breaker block, right? We wanted to hold in the price badly. Mm-hmm. Once again, dollar index. Dollar index is pushing to the upside. Like, you see how not in sync everything today is? Second Monday in a row, though. And second Monday without news in a row, and we're getting exactly the same offering, which is not a peaceful offering in terms of what the markets are doing, right? And 15 more seconds till we conceive. This is the last line of defense. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. We didn't conceive yet. Okay. This is just annoying, you know. Let me take these off quick. Fair value gap, swing high. Macro again 15 minutes from now. Sadly. Taken, swing high. And Q looks very bullish here. Because we have an order block and we have a I'm just gonna take this off. Don't be lagging on me, please. Can you please take off this position for me? Pretty please? Here we go, thank you. And please don't fill me on this buy stop. Neither. Here we go, thank you. I like a possible buy on Q here. Not only like, I kinda love it. Let me just check. Where are we at? Rough one. Right. So 3 trades in, right? Short here. Oh, long here, sorry. Taken away from the market. We went long here, right? We tried to go short here, kind of close it at break even. And let's see. I just ran away from this because I can't get a proper read on this. And I love this sell side being taken with a possible break of structure on Q as well. That's kind of more on why I took this off. But is this a re-entry? I'm risking such little balances on this, you know, so I'm happy to do it, but let's see how much longer we're gonna be holding in this 15 minutes for all. Yeah, question. So right now we're just stuck in here, right? Thank you. What are you up to? I'm literally not able to read this. And the toughest part about it is that dollar index is just fooling around in a way, isn't it? Right? Something is happening with the laptop. It just gives me a blank screen and it comes back from time to time. Funny enough. But anyhow, guys, let's see. What are we dealing with? We're dealing with a market that started to range about half an hour ago, right? Oh yeah, a market that is ranging for the last half an hour, which is cool. We can work with it. Do I have a bias right now? No, I kind of don't. I'd love to, but I can pretend I know what's going on paper. I don't because I can see market giving me an offer to go both long and short from here, right? Saying that out loud, immediately my next thought is I can't open a position, right? To open a position, we have to see something driving the market, right? Market will start driving because of this consolidation when? Who's here not for the first time? That's the answer. During the macro, right? So we're just gonna wait for the macro to punch in, which is 9 minutes from now. Okay? This ripping to the downside will be just annoying, but it is what it is, I guess, right? Mm-hmm. So we have a few minutes to hang out, to wait, right? Mm, let me know if there's anything you want to talk about, though. Any questions you might have, anything to cover. Happy to do it, just like always, right? But we're gonna hang out for a few moments because we need a little bit more clarity. How do we get clarity? By waiting out, by looking, by allowing the market to give us more structure. That's the best answer, I would say. Yeah. Because you don't want to be in a consolidation like this. Yes, it's pushing the market lower slowly. It is, but I feel like this room is echoey in a way, though. Yes, these are some noise canceling panels and everything, but this is a shitty room compared to what I had in Thailand. Yeah, I feel echoey. I can hear myself a little bit, but hope it's good for you guys. Macro starting in about what? Minutes? Minutes? Now wait this out. If we don't get anything offered, me going home and going to bed. You know. I'd love this to stay in this range though, right? So take a look on ES especially. We have a very nice range here. I'd love to stay in that range before we go anywhere. So let me take this off to make it nicer, to make it more readable, okay? The swing low is not random, thus I'm marking this dealing range, right? I'd love us to get out. If we get out of it, I'd love us to do it during the mark. Not before it. No? We got out. Let's see where we close now. I'm just looking at dollar index right here on my left hand side, so if you want to see it right here, not much happening either. GU market maker sell model short term, sell side resting below 1.26432, so right below this low. Note that. Like this swing low taken and pushed to the upside like we are right now would be awesome during the macro, but what I'm looking at right now is possible inversion. So let's just see if we get it or not, because this being in place, nope, no inversion. When I say inversion is that I kind of talk to myself in terms of a possible setup, because SMT with inversion, I'm happy to play with it right away, like without holding off. But without any, it's a little bit tough. You remember we talked about premium in this 15-minute fair value gap, optimal trade entry right here, so something you can put in your notes as well. But the markets are insane, so let's see. We want to see movement because macro just is about to start, so we want to see movement. One more time for you guys. Dollar index still in place, not moving at all. Not giving anything we can work. Okay? Do we push through this now? Probably do. Oh la la, and Q has a very small possible stop loss here. So I'm gonna be interested in taking this. And Q has a very small stop loss on this. Incredibly small right here. Oh fuck, this is both an S&P charts. I'm silly. Ah yeah. I guess it happens, right? Oh, I'm silly. Just looking at two S&P charts at the same time, thinking it's possible entry on NQ. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. I think I told you I'm tired after all the traveling I did over the weekend. The air it's showing its hand, right? Aye. This is funny. Internal liquidity taken again. Mm. I'd love to see the market continuing, right? I don't care about this optimal trade entry. Like, I love buy stops, right? Residing above, but uh, keep laughing, Thomas. Keep laughing. I wonder how broken I'm gonna be after like a year of doing this, you know? In terms of like, how long am I gonna be able to perform like this in front of you on daily basis, right? I've never done it before. It's fun. Gotta say it, it is fun. But yeah. No entry for me. Just got this long ass waiting game in a way, right? Boring, but yeah. I need an opening, right? So for when I say I need an opening, I mean I need a fair value gap to open up. So this volume imbalance, let's see if it holds in the price. I want to be start trading volume imbalances when I promise, just for you guys initially to trade my models that I'm trying to teach on Discord. Volume imbalances don't really involve it, so yeah. One more time, I'll show you dollar index. Took out, traded into this order block in a way, right? But took out a little bit of sell side here. And now this should be like right. Geo listens to it, but here on in this is just should be pushing the market to 1,000, like boom, boom, boom. Not getting that. It's just and there's nothing reasonable about like is going to the upside and closing above that 1 minute fair value gap because I want dollar index to go higher. I'm laughing at myself too because I didn't think to look up and see which index you were looking at. Yeah, man. I hear you. I do. Inversion plus fair value gap plus volume imbalance. This makes it a lot more interesting. A lot. You know? SMT as well. So, volume balance held off. Inversion. Have a very nice order block here as well. I'm just trying to reason with myself if I wanna go along here or not. But probably more like here where the order block is residing. I'll just trust that SMT. So this is one more trade in terms of me taking the last trade for today. I'm not interested in engaging anymore. But I'll trust this inversion, and I'll trust this order block, and I'll trust the imbalance, right? No way. And Q though, there's no U to 2022 because we have an equal low here, right? So we're gonna have the trust ES giving us an entry. And let's see now the fib itself. We might push quite high and away from this before we get an off. Okay. What about this? Yeah, not that much. Yeah. We'll see. But we have a limit, and this will be it for today, guys. Very, very honestly, I'm gonna leave this limit. Risk is 0.25%, just like I always do. Reward 1%, so 1 to 4 risk reward, which is amazing. And I'm gonna leave you guys to it. Macro opening this up just like we hoped for, which is great. And I'm gonna sign off. If we get this entry offered, we literally take it, at least on my end. If we don't, we don't. But look at this as a possible swing. And you don't want the market pushing up to this buy stop resting above, because the breaker block here wouldn't allow to push the market so low. But everything, if we stay anywhere below this is quite a valid entry, at least for me, right? So I'm gonna leave it out here, and I'm gonna sign off because this 15-minute fair value gap is still holding in the price, right? So I don't want to waste my energy. And if this doesn't pan out until 11, 10, 11, 15, I'm gonna consider it a day as well. So thank you for being here. Thank you for passing